everyone, it's Laurie from Quick Scrap Craft. I've got a short process video for you today. This is another one for my March Monochromatic Challenge, and as you can see, I'm getting started with some orange right off the bat on that Vicki Boutin foundation paper. That's Ripe Persimmon from Tim Holtz Distress Oxide. I just did some sprays, and then to speed the process up a little bit, I'm rolling the paper towel roll over that to sort of soak up some of that excess liquid. And I will go back in the end and do some splatters of the Ripe Persimmon and another orangey color. So the color that I'm doing for this color challenge is orange. So that's where everything is kind of starting from. I've got a bunch of scrap paper left, and I've basically divided it up or tried to organize it into groupings to see which papers might go better together. And so I had this grouping of these papers that are kind of off to the side there, and I'm going to use them to create a no picture layout, another no picture one, but it's going to be in the style of sort of a wonky grid. I'm planning on doing 2 photos and then a title piece and then a journaling piece. So this is pretty fast because I didn't include really any of the adhering down of things. That was all done off camera. But as you can see, I already have a piece to the left that is just 2 pattern papers layered on top of each other. I cut a banner out of that flower paper, and then I added in an orange gem sticker, a big wheel chipboard piece, and a thing that said September. My plan is to use photos of myself with some costumed characters at a work event that happened in September 2023. So I have photos of myself with the Paw Patrol characters and then myself with some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And so I thought the big wheel would kind of be fitting because it's a toy. I did have another big wheel, and in the end, you'll see this. I should have thought more about a better way to use both of them on this layout, but because I waited until the very end, I just couldn't figure out a good spot to put the other big wheel sticker. So if it gets used this month, it gets used. If not, like I said in a previous video, I might put together all the random embellishments, maybe do a giveaway, or I'll just throw them away. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you want to see. So the next piece is where the title is going to go, and I have a bunch of orange stickers. So basically for this, I took a piece of pattern paper, layered another piece of pattern paper on top, did another banner strip, and I'm going to use 3 different types of alphas to create the title, which is going to say Live, Laugh, Play. So the letters I'm using right now are American Crafts Amy Tangerine. The V and the E are orange. I know the L and the I are not, but as you can see, there's lots of other colors aside from orange going on this layout and in all of the layouts I've created this month. I'm going to make a March challenge playlist, so definitely check that out so you can see everything. But orange is the starting point, okay? So I started with that color. It's not totally monochromatic, so sue me, but orange is where I started. So I've got Live, Laugh was already a word from an American Crafts Puffy Stickers pack, and then I used 2 sets of orange alphas to make the word play. And I am going to go back and add in some orange gems around those words. And now I'm trying to figure out the bottom of this layout. The butterfly paper is a little big, and I didn't want to cover up too much of that mixed media that I already sprayed down at the bottom. So I decided I was going to start working on the left-hand side and then just see what kind of room I had left on the other side. So down here is where I'm going to end up doing the journaling. I don't have a journaling spot, so I might just write directly on top of that sort of orangey yellow triangle piece, or I will find a journaling spot and add it in later once I get these photos printed. So the triangle piece was just a scrap. I just cut off the excess so it kind of looks like it almost looks like a flag, like a, it's just coming in from the side. And then I'm using a Simple Stories sticker that says "You Are My Happy" and adding in another orange gem. So the journaling will be done later. Now I can finish up the 4th spot on here. And this is a design that I've done many times before. I actually really, really like doing this design, especially when working with scraps, because it's just fun to layer things up in random ways. So let me know down below if you have any tips for using up scrap paper, or if this is a design that you've also used. I would highly recommend it. It doesn't have to be wonky. You can do like a straight line grid. You can do it with 4 pieces, you could do it with 6 pieces, just depending on the size of your photos and the size of your scraps. So for this one, I did another banner, but I did it horizontal instead of vertical, and it's going behind the pattern paper. I also had this other banner or border strip, branding strip, I guess it really is, from a Chamel collection, and it has a orange word on it that says director. So I think it's starring, director, and writer. And I don't know, these photos are starring me, so that's kind of where I'm going with that. But I just cut out the 3 words, the one that had the the orange in it, and that's going to be kind of like a border along the edge of that. And then I added in a little sticker that says OU, which is from Simple Stories, and another orange gemstone. And then did some splattering. Obviously, I splattered more of the right persimmon because that was already the color that I had layered down. And then I'm going to do some, I think I did crackling campfire. It's a little bit of a darker orange, and I just liked the differentiation between the two orange colors. And that's pretty much it. I hope that this was inspiring to you guys, and that if you want to see all of the March challenge process videos, you subscribe to the channel. Definitely subscribe before April, because I'm going to be doing another April challenge to really help myself bash my stash and get photos scrapbooked. So come follow along with me, follow along on social media, and I hope that this challenges you to get lots of your photos and scrapbook supplies used up. I'll see you next time. Bye.